Hello guys, Garcia here. Welcome back to the Clan Quest mod. So let's continue here guys. So we need to go to the Warrens next. So we need to talk to Abrams about a bunch of stuff later. But first, let's go and start the Warrens. It's going to take a while. And this time around we actually have a quest to do there. We have the CDC quest. So hopefully I'll remember all the spots that we need to put poison in. I'm trying to remember here, but there's one that I always forget. But hopefully in the flow of things here, I will eventually remember. We'll see. Also, there's basically nobody here. Awesome. So I'm sorry, lady, but you're the chosen one. Oh yeah, I have some points. Let me check here what I should do with them. Okay, so I'm taking a penalty here. Am I? Yeah, because of the armor. Okay, so what else? What could I do here? 11. I don't need computer points anymore. Yeah, I'm going to get a 12 and I'm going to put in intelligence actually. I don't need anything like right now specifically, but I need to work on intelligence eventually, so might as well just start putting points in there or on there. Okay, so I think I only have to do the wars now. I think Hollywood is pretty much over. Yeah, we have the Killer for Hire quest line, but we are postponing this one. Yeah, that's basically it. We did the serial killer quest line too, so we are basically done with most of the secondary stuff. Do I need to... I'm not sure if I need blood. Well, I have the chalice here. Should be enough.
Where to?
So let's go. We need to do the... We need to fight the Shimisi first. But hopefully with our gigantic presence here, it should be easy. But we'll see. Alright, so time to do some climbing here. So I've been playing a lot of horror games lately in my free time here. And man, every time I hear any sort of noise in the game, I'm already... My ears already perk up because I've been playing a bunch of games that have this feature of like you hearing like some like supernatural noises and voices from like the beyond and so on. I'm playing one of Cthulhu, but I was also playing Outlast and Whistleblowers, which is the DLC for Outlast. They don't have like spirits per se, but they also have a lot of noises going on around the asylum, which is the place in which the games happen, you know. It's called Mount Massive Asylum. Blood heal duration, mummy wrap fetish, okay. So yeah, I've been on a horror dance. So in this version that I installed here, because you can actually install different versions of Clan Quest. In this version that I installed here, I don't have to get the eye that you can get here for the Posters quest. That said, I'm pretty sure that Clan Quest as a whole doesn't have the Posters quest anymore. You can just like choose to either get all the posters like at once, I think, or you can get them little by little, which is the option I chose when I installed this version that I'm using here. But I'm not 100% sure about that. Okay, so hopefully only presents will be enough for the Shimisi here. Hello, child. We are going to skip all the Sabbat, the extra stuff here.
Hello, young king.
The Sabbat stuff, because we don't need to listen to the dialogue, because we are not joining the Sabbat here.
Your nerves not so deadened that you cannot express shock. Tell me, child, does my appearance that frightening? Or is it my knowledge of you that is so unnerving?
So what the hell is going on here? This place is a madhouse?
Oh, child of Cain. The sights in this haven pale in comparison to my ancestral estate. Comfort is a custom, and all of this artifice brings me closer to my home. Do not fear for my furniture, young one.
Alright, so you're the one who made the tape, aren't you?
Oh yes, the tape. Merely a test. Certainly not intended to fall into mortal hands. Fortunately, we are in the capital of mortal trickery and illusion.
Indeed.
So did the tape drive you to find me? From whence flows your longing, child?
Such a very old school way of saying that. So, I don't know really what's going on here.
To gouge out the eyes of the Camarilla. The sewers are clogged with my creations. I will kill or drive the Nosferatu from their pestilent nests. Without the sewer rats to guide them, the Camarilla will be blind to the Sabbat's designs.
I see. So now there's going to be a few extra options here because of the Sabbat chapter here, so I need to read them very carefully. I'm sorry, but I can't let this happen.
Now, Camarilla whelp, let me see you fight your nature in the face of those who have embraced their beast. Deny yourself Cain's gifts and be torn asunder by my minions.
Bring it on. Yeah, so that was actually less dialogue than I was expecting, but also I have a lot of humanity right now. That could be... Yeah, this guy has a little bit more defense than the other ones, but it's not that hard. Well, switch far away anyway, so let's just clear this one out. Come on, this side. Oh, thank you. Oh, 2 full combos. That was good. Oh man, he's teleporting so far away. I'm trying to not use extra presence here to not waste any blood or warns. There you go, we did it. This one was just mesmerized the entire time. Okay, so we have a lot here, so let's just put it in intelligence before I forget. Then we'll keep the rest. Okay, so presence as always was all I needed here. Okay, so the first pipe that I need to use the poison on is before we go down to the second level here, so we need to go through this entire thing here first. So you guys know me. Let's just guess the way here. Oh, this is where I came from. I don't know if presence actually helps me to see here. Does it? Would you use it later just to see? Yeah, no, this is not the way, for sure. This is actually the way for anti-tribute, actually. In anti-tribute, you have to bless the thing. Oh yeah, the first one I can just open. As you can see, my memory as always is doing mighty fine. Okay, so I don't need... Oh, rats. I'm just going to activate presence twice and I'm going to get these rats here. Alright, 3 times. Should be enough. Alright. So I really want to play Outlast on the channel. Problem is Outlast is so it's kind of above the pay grade of my PC, really. So my PC can't handle that game well. It's kind of above my requirements. So I'll do a test after I finish my Call of Cthulhu playthrough to see if I can actually play it. I would like to have a playthrough of that, but yeah, who knows if it's gonna happen or not. You have to work around the limitations, really. And most of the games nowadays that are horror games, which is my favorite genre, most of them are like for i7s, they require like 4 gigs of like video RAM and things of that nature. They require a lot of stuff that I just don't have, you know. So not like there's really nothing I can do about that. Just not play them, I guess. All right, so let's go and talk to Abrams here real quick. I think there's just boats here, right? Yeah, so I didn't need to use all the presence things that I use here. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that if I talk to him and then exit the jewelry and then re-enter, it already should be enough for him to give me the reward. But I'm actually not sure, because usually I don't do that. But since we are playing with a Toreador here in ClanQuest mod, then I'll probably try that just to get the quest early for the Toreadors. Or my Toreador here. Actually, I don't think I've ever seen this one before. Santa Monica, Gallery Noir. Yeah, just something tells me the expo there not gonna happen. There's no gallery left as far as I know.
Listen, young man.
There you go.
I don't care about your affiliations. I'm impressed with you. This town needs more young artists like yourself. How would you like to help me with a little side project of mine?
Tell me more.
I'm producing a little documentary to expose LaCroix for the fraud he is. I want the general public to know that a villain lives in their city. From what I understand, he has a pretty bleak history.
I imagine. Let's see. I would love to help you.
I had a feeling you'd be interested. The problem I'm having is finding people that aren't afraid of that Nancy Pants. I want you to track down the skeleton in his closet with a big enough chip on his shoulder to help us take LaCroix down a notch.
Alright, so sounds great. So, any ideas who I could talk to?
Well, I don't know of any one individual. However, the Venture are hosting some big banquet at a hotel downtown. Crash the party, and I'm sure you'll rub elbows with someone or someone who knows someone. It is LA after all.
Okay, I won't disappoint you, Isaac. There you go, so you got the quest. What's the name of the quest? Pulling favors. And started search a banquet hotel downtown, so I need to go to the Firearms later.
Evening.
Kingsway. There was a Shimisi.
An impressive achievement, young Toreador.
Oh yes.
Someone of your character doesn't come in here every night. I'd like to give you something. It's not much. Just my way of letting you know that the Barony of Hollywood appreciates your service. I'm glad to see the blood of my clan has found its way into the right people. Hopefully you won't spill it foolishly in some pointless display of fealty for that damned LaCroix. Come by in a little while. I should have something for you then.
Alright, there you go. So as you can see, when you play with the Toreador, you get a bunch of extra dialogues with Isaac here. And of all the vampires you get like extra dialogue with, he's probably the most interesting. The fact that he's like a Toreador that works in like cinema, makes movies and stuff, and also happens to be an anarch is just interesting as hell.
Evening. Here.
Thank you.
Thanks again for your help earlier. And remember what I told you about LaCroix. You're good, kid. He doesn't deserve you.
Okay, no he doesn't. Thanks for the gift. There you go, so this one gives me charisma, I think. Yes. So this one's perfect. So we have persuasion 8, so we are almost there. I'm pretty sure 9 already gets us through the entire game. So yeah, we're finally maxing out some stuff here. Other than presence, that is. So the first part of the quest for the clan Toreador in the clan quest mod, we need to go to the Empire Arms. And we need to talk to one lady there that I think she used to work for LaCroix, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if like directly under him or if she was part of one of his like business ventures. And I'm pretty sure she's not a vampire or anything like that. Or maybe she is. Actually, I don't remember now. I'm trying to remember here. But I do remember that we have to deal with a few people. We'll also have to go back to that studio that produces snuff films. We have to go back there. I don't remember why, but we need to. Alright, so I remember a few things about it, but not a whole lot, as you can see. But yeah, we'll be playing it, so no need to worry. So I need to use the light of this side to know where I am. Wrong side. Oh great. Almost lost here. That would be great. Dying in like a random like pipe in the middle of nowhere. Pipe is kind of an interesting way to say this, to say the name of this thing. More like a tube really than a pipe. Yeah, so no shortcut for you. But I think I remember that well, maybe I'm choosing to remember it this way, but I remember that this quest actually gives us some money, a decent amount of XP, but we'll take the hit on humanity, right? Because you can do the quest and still be mad at the guy and kind of renounce your participation on the whole thing. Even after you already done it, while you're delivering the quest, you know what I mean? But at that point, it's kind of stupid because you already committed, you know? You already did the thing, so why the hell would you know, forsake the reward? There you go, so wasn't one water supply. We got it. So I would like to like understand more like how does Isaac fit with like the other anarchs in town. Yeah, let's save here because this is one of the places that can kill you here. Because obviously he must share a bunch of their values, but also he probably doesn't share certain proclivities, you know what I mean? LaCroix himself he says to you, I think, before you meet him, right? He tells you that he is more civil than the average anarch. So he knows how he like actually deals with that stuff. Because when we meet Isaac, and basically the main quest for Isaac is dealing with these creatures and understanding where they are coming from and the Shimisi and so on. So he has no direct connection with the Anarchs in terms of actually being part of like something bigger, like a cause or something. The only thing that I know he actually does is actually protect Nines after Griffith Park, right? Because I'm not sure if this actually works, so let me throw another one here. He protects Nines after Griffith Park after he fights the werewolf, right? So he gives him basically a guarantee that he can stay in Hollywood. He will be protected. So they are connected, obviously, but the game does not explore that connection a whole lot because that's not the part that Isaac's supposed to play, you know. So I would really like to know exactly how they fit together. Okay, I would like to see the difference in their approach. Clearly, obviously, he doesn't like the Camarilla a whole lot, and also doesn't like LaCroix, but that's to be expected. So that's not enough to really see how it would be like if he had to lead like some sort of revolution or something. What would he do differently? You know what I mean? Kind of pondering. Okay, the cursed set of stairs here. Unclimbable ones. Okay, let's see if I can actually jump this. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So, let's see. Here. Okay, go. Alright, work. Yeah, I don't want to use presence against this guy. I don't think it's worth it. Do I have to use blood buff here? Because if so, I don't want to. So I'm going to use the PC method there. Oh, great. I don't need to. Awesome. But without the penalty, I actually have 7, so it's pretty good. Okay, so let's go down here. Yeah, so you guys know, it's a 50-50 of me being able to actually make this work in like one go. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. So let's just see. First of all, let's turn it off. Let's wait. So let's see. The best method is to just fall here and just go. Problem is, obviously, you can end up getting stuck in the ladder here. Well, there you go. Done. Failed attempt. Just wait. The one thing that is good about this method is that you know right away, right? That it failed. The second method, obviously, is to just run here and just jump. But the problem is you also can get stuck here. And if you get stuck, it's over. So you need to do it again. Maybe if I do it like this, maybe I'll have a better chance. Yeah, actually, it did help. There you go. Come on, Eddie. Another reason why I chose the name Eddie, not only to be like a homage to one of my favorite wrestlers, but also there's a movie that I like a lot called House on Haunted Hill, which is a remake of the version from the 60s? 50s? 60s, I think. Maybe 50s. Which is a remake of that movie. A Vincent Price movie. Actually, it's a William Castle movie, but Vincent Price is the actor in it. And there's a character in the newer version that is called Eddie. I thought I wanted to use a name that has some connections with a movie that I liked, you know. Yeah, I have to use presence here the whole way. Man, I really need a sword. The sword's going to be so good. Because the mace is strong, but it's obviously inconsistent. Against these guys particularly, as you can see, it takes forever. Okay. So I think the third one is one of these here. This one, this one, this one. Maybe on the other side. This one, this one, this one, this one. So alright, we are ready. We got 3. Okay, so we only need 1 more. So it turns out when you actually like create a reason for people to do the warns is actually way more enjoyable, to be honest. I never know if it's I need to go down or up, to be honest. Or whatever. Maybe here? Oh yeah, there you go. Alright, so I think this is the last one. Come on. Thank you. Has a weird hitbox here, but there you go. We did it. Let me switch my armor here real quick to open this. So let me check the quest to see if it actually worked here. So you've poisoned all the water supplies. You should find Steve. There you go. Okay, so we need to be careful with the dialogues that we're going to choose there when we talk to Steve, to not like forsake the reward and to like not berate the guy because we chose to do this, you know. Yeah, so we have like 2 creatures there for some reason. I mean, I don't think I need to fight this lady here, to be honest. Could just not do that. Because fighting her with a melee character is kind of annoying. So let's just pretend that she's not there. I don't think she's going to follow us to the next stage or anything like that, so it should be fine. One thing that presence helps a lot here is actually in this sequence here to run away from the creatures. Because since they get like massive penalties on basically everything, that basically means that we are kind of safe here for the most part. The only way to be like truly safe here while running away probably is to either use Obfuscate or maybe Celerity, I guess. But I haven't used Celerity in... Oh, I don't even remember the last time I played with a character that had Celerity, to be honest. I just don't find it like super engaging. Looks cool, but you know, not my thing. Okay. Alright, so middle. I'll take the damage anyway, so whatever. Alright, we didn't take a whole lot of damage. Great. So I'm going to use... yeah, I'm not going to waste time eating the rats here. I'm just going to use my chalice here. Okay, so let's save. Because we can have pretty bad encounters here. I never remember. Probably here. Here, I need to go up, right? Yeah, I need to get the key card. Well, I'll have to leave the Nosferatu hanging here. Because I really don't risk fighting these guys here with the mace. Very consistent. There you go, past me. See you guys? Oh! The mesmerizing actually worked on the big guy. I was not expecting that. There you go, so +1 for presence. I'm telling you guys, the cost benefit is just incredible. Like a failsafe. If you don't go what you use on a, if you don't know what you use on a character, or if you're playing a new mod, just use presence right away. Never goes wrong. Wow, not a whole lot of people are actually following here. Interesting. that one didn't see me, so we lost. So let's just deal with these guys here. Oh man, it feels so good to be strong in this part. Because the last few times, my god, I wasn't at all. Oh yeah, we need to get a CD in the Warrens. Or in the Nosferatu Warrens, actually. Okay, so I'm not going to need presence down there, so let's just chill with this. Well, I had to use my chalice, but at least I didn't have to use any blood pack. And I have money to buy hundreds of blood packs if I need to. So it should be fine. As I said before, this is one of the things that I enjoyed the most about clan quests, is that you don't need to worry about too much, because you don't need to worry about like money too much, you don't need to worry about blood packs too much, because you're just so strong with any character, you know? That is just not a thing that you need to be too concerned about. And as I also explained before, the argument that the game is too easy then, the game has never been hard. Never, ever. The game is only hard if you play like a completely new mod, like a War Games or something. Or Final Night especially. Or if you play like Bloodlines Extreme or something like that, that actually makes the game harder by design. If not, you should be fine, regardless, you know. Except if you are a completely new player and you don't know how to distribute the points in the sheet, that could be a problem. Which is what happened to me in my first playthrough. But also in my first playthrough I was able to finish the game. Even though I went to sleep with the fishes, I was actually able to at least finish the story, you know. Alright, Mitnick, my good friend. Oh yeah, pretty soon we are going to do the Llama quest. If I can get some more stealth points for that, would be good. But I can still raise my dexterity here, which is probably what I'm going to do next. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have skipped that. I apologize.
What? Oh, yeah, hold on a sec. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? What are you using for security down there at Trash 80? Guys, it's called encryption. This is too easy. I'd let you off the hook, but stupidity always brings out the asshole in me.
He's fired up. Hey there.
Alright, yeah. Just 1 minute. No, nothing to worry about. Just a harmless email. Not a self-replicating embedded virus or anything. Wow, you really opened it. I can't believe you just opened it. What kind of a freaking idiot just opens it?
Oh, you wouldn't believe the amount of idiots that do that to this day. Like 20 years later. So maybe I just come back later?
Well, oh yeah, sorry. The name's Mitnick. I'm in charge of computer systems, network security, that kind of thing. You're the new kid, right?
Yeah.
LaCroix's boy.
Kinda.
Surprised you actually made it down here.
Oh, really? So, surprised? What do you mean?
I've been following your progress on the cameras. Handled yourself pretty well with all of the creepy crawlers in the sewers. Like a bad sequel to Chad up there.
Oh, I see. So, you saw that? I could have used some help up there?
Nothing I could do from here. Those old sewer systems are wired with punch cards and vacuum tubes, built back in the technological dark ages. Sorry, but I don't do analog, newbie.
Alright. So, what a cop-out. So, I'm looking for Gary?
Yeah, he knows why you're here. LaCroix must be pissed. But I hope you're not here looking for some payback. LaCroix knows better than to mess with Gary, sheriff or no sheriff.
Yeah, but if he sent me to, like, exact some sort of revenge here, by myself in the sewers, against like an entire group of Nosferatu, what are the odds of me surviving here? I would say extremely low. I would need a miracle. Even like in-game, if I need to fight all of them. So, I'm just here to talk. Where I can find him?
His room is just down the hall. You'll probably find him there. Or maybe he'll find you.
Man, this dialogue's so low. It's always annoyed me. So, a few questions?
Go ahead.
So, tell me about this place.
What, the Warrens? Not much to tell. Just a bunch of us living down here, trying to stay off the radar. It ain't pretty, but it's home. Gary's the big man on campus. He's running the show.
Alright. The place looks pretty empty.
There's more of us than you'd think. They're around. Well, you won't see too many of the brood down here, but they'll be watching you.
That's actually kind of terrifying when you think about it. I have a few questions.
Go ahead.
Tell me about what you do.
Me? Like I said, I'm the resident tech head. Keep this place wired to the outside world. Gary wants me to keep it close on the street, and at the same time, I'm supposed to be upgrading the network.
Just not really good with words, it seems. So upgrading what? What were you going to say?
No, nothing. Forget about it. Like I said, just some network stuff.
So yeah, right. So what do you have to do?
I'm trying to add a few more network hubs in the city so we're covered in case of emergency. But Gary doesn't want anyone leaving until this whole thing with LaCroix blows over. Which basically leaves my freaking cheese hanging in the wind.
I see. Maybe I can help you?
Yeah, you do that. Man, that would really help me out. I could hook you up along the way and make it worth your while. I got access to all kinds of goodies.
I'm in. So what do I need to do?
I need a little time to set things up. Technical details. I'll send an email to your haven and tell you what needs to be done. That's all you need to know for now.
Okay. So by the way, how did you end up here, Mitnick?
Me? Before all this, I was a hacker. Good one, too. There wasn't a system I couldn't crack. Telcos, DOD, you name it. One time, I emailed the president all the nuclear missile activation codes. And the FBI was shitting their pants.
Oh, man.
One day I ran across this system. Oh, totally dark. Unbelievable security. I fried 3 laptops trying to bust it. I worked on it for months. Didn't sleep much at all. I'd almost given up. But I caught a lucky break one night and finally broke in.
So what was it?
It was, Nosferatu database. Not even a really important one either. Which was probably the only reason I cracked it. I dug around for a while, got totally freaked out, and I unplugged. 2 hours later, guess who shows up at my door? Gary. And voila, here I am.
Whoa, that sucks. So how's life unlife since then?
Are you kidding? I love this shit. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna win any beauty contests, but I wasn't too good looking before anyway. Now I get all the cool new toys, plus I just happen to get to live forever. Not a bad deal if you ask me.
Alright, so he's pretty happy. So thanks for the story. So it's very interesting that they chose exactly these specific Nosferatu type guys. So they chose Mitnick, which is the basic Nosferatu tech head, right? So the one that's like super pumped about being Nosferatu. Then you have Imalia there, which is obviously not that pumped, kind of like something that just happened. She dealt with it. And then you have Gary, which is a guy that kind of longs for the days of old, but also accepts the fact that he's in the position that he's in right now. So it's kind of like several unique characters here. Okay, so let's talk to old Molly here.
Bitch, I can't believe she got the cover of Glamourella this month.
So what are you talking about?
I mean, just look at her. Too fat, big teeth in her complexion. Does she wash her face with a cheese grater?
That coming from her is always is never not funny, you know what I mean? So slow down, cowgirl. So who exactly are we talking about here?
I mean, like anyone ever knew who Tawny Sessions was before I left the scene. She'd still be a fluff girl at Vivisection, making $10 a stiff if I was still around. Ugh.
So, who the hell is Tawny Sessions?
Tawny Sessions is a wannabe face girl with no talent whatsoever and scabby little knees. Do you know she got Model of the Year? Before I got here, she would have had a hard time making the catalog for Jacques Penet.
Oh, I see. So, who are you, by the way?
Oh, right. You probably don't recognize me with this whole Texas Chainsaw Massacre thing I've got going on here. My name is Imalia.
I see. So, how come you hate Tawny Sessions so much?
Before this neat little makeover, I used to be a model. I was all over the place. TV, magazines, billboards. I mean, I was hot. Super hot. And I knew it. Which is why Gary decided to invite me into his freaky little family.
So, what do you mean Gary invited you?
Nosferatu have a sixth sense of humor. Sometimes they feel that their victims, namely moi in this particular case, have an overabundance of vanity and need to be taught an important life lesson.
I see. So, what happened?
Well, I had just won Guy Magazine's The Most Ridiculously Hot Chick in the Known Universe Award. And when I came home after the ceremony, lo and behold, Gary was sitting there on my couch with a martini in his hand. You fill in the blanks.
I see. So, have you learned your life lesson?
Yeah, the lesson is life is a cold-hearted bitch, so now I get to be one, too. You get that? You need to write it down?
Yes, she's always pissed off. So, let's get back to Tawny Sessions. Why not just kill her?
I don't want to kill her. That's too quick and painless. I want to ruin her name in the business for good. I want to dig up something on her that smells so bad even the tabloids will think twice about printing it.
I see. So, what's stopping you?
Gary says that everyone has to lay low until this thing with the prince cools down. Until then, I'm stuck here watching the whole world kiss Tawny's big fat ass.
Maybe I could help you out. So, what would I need to do?
I have some wireless cameras that I need you to set up in her apartment. One in her bedroom, one in her bathroom, and one in her kitchen. I'm sure you'll see good places to hide them once you're there.
What else?
Once the cameras are in place, you'll need to hook them up to the network. Log into her computer using the password Cleopatra. From there, you'll be able to activate the cameras.
So, what's in it for me? Actually, I never used this option before. What do you think you're going to see?
Who cares? Sex, drugs, bad hygiene. Everyone gets a little dirty when the door is closed. Tawny's no different, and probably worse than most.
So, what's in it for me?
Look, I'll definitely make it worth your while if you do it right. But listen, I don't want her dead. I want her to suffer. Get in and get out without her knowing about it. Understand?
Okay, fine, I'll do it.
You will? Great. Here are the cameras. She lives in Hollywood, an apartment building right across from the Lucky Star Motel. I had someone here dig up a spare key to her apartment for me. Take that, too.
Alright, there you go. So yeah. Turns out she was actually right about Tawny. Of course, the llama is kind of a gigantic stretch. But yeah, with the whole thing about Didi and all the people there are going to probably follow. Because a guy like that obviously is going to, if his boat goes down, he's going to pull the entire like armada down. So for sure, there's going to be other heads rolling too. So yeah, these people that usually are like constantly in these types of circles, always partying, having access to drugs and alcohol and all sorts of like crazy sexual things. Eventually they will do something illegal, and eventually that will become Tuesday. And eventually they will get caught if they are not careful enough. Alright, so I'm kind of pumped for this because I haven't heard the full Toreador version of this in years. So let's go.
By the clack-smack cracking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes. I don't remember seeing you on the guest list for the dinner party. We're having a wrap party for the Misfits about 40 years late. Cast and crew only, boss.
Where are you?
Maybe I'm in your head. Uh-oh. You might have picked up one of those psychoses so common to new kindred.
So I just need to talk to you?
We are talking, but you aren't listening, boss.
I don't like games.
You're used to getting what you want, aren't you, handsome? People just love your charisma, your face. They eat your words up like the rats eat the cheese in the trap. Oh, boss, where do you think you are?
You're a lunatic?
Do go on.
Oh, thank you.
You may be onto something, boss. Or maybe you're still talking to yourself. Insanity isn't given enough credit. The insane know not what they do. Do you?
That's actually a good question. Who are you?
Maybe I'm a ghost. Oh, come on. Don't tell me you just stumbled down here. What I need to know is why you're here.
So, let's talk face to face?
I'm over here, boss. Wait, maybe I'm over here. Or maybe I'm behind you with a hatchet in my hand. Or did you ever stop to think that your fear, if given a voice, would sound like this?
He's loving this. So what do you want?
I want to stick your lovely face in a piranha tank. I want to apply an acid glaze to your sculptured body. I want to throw your pocket mirror under a thresher and watch you fetch it. But I'm no butcher, boss. Are you?
What a nice guy. So I'm here about the Incarnate Sarcophagus. This second option, I'm here to kill you. I am not sure if this is a vanilla option or if this option is part of the Clan Quest mod. Because the moment you choose to join the Sabbat and you go to the Warrens, you can actually fight Gary. And I think you need to defeat Gary here. Or maybe, if not kill him, at least like keep him at bay. And from this point onwards, you are not part of the Camarilla anymore. I'm pretty sure that's kind of what happens. So it's before Chinatown. So I'm here about the Incarnate Sarcophagus.
You don't say. Wake up, boss. Who do you think you're dealing with? Why else would LaCroix send you on this snipe hunt? Oh, that's right. I know you work for the Prince.
Well, why did you ask then?
Because I like the sound of my own voice.
Clearly.
It's not every day we get visitors, boss. I needed to hear it from you. You're a long way from home, and neither the Prince, nor Isaac, nor Nines have any domain down here. Tread carefully.
Yeah, no backup. So tell me, just tell me about the sarcophagus so I can get out of here.
You should have got here sooner. That lot's been sold.
Oh, really? Who bought it?
I like to discuss business face to face.
Show yourself.
Are you sure, boss? You don't want my image in your subconscious. It's the stuff nightmares are made of.
Yes, come on out.
Careful what you wish for. You just might get it.
Yeah?
Behind you, boss. Boo!
Hey, you are the most offensive and obscene thing I've ever seen.
On guard, Toreador. You vain-glorious narcissistic poser. How I loathe that determination of your kind to belie your true nature with Paris fashions and pomp. You are a dead thing, a creature of the shadows. Start acting like one.
Jealous? Do you miss the surface? Do you miss your face?
You don't get it, do you? Sit and look pretty. Pretend you never died. Do some finger painting. What a pathetic waste of blood.
He's obviously enjoying this a lot. So, who are you?
What? You don't recognize me from the pictures? Gorgeous Gary Golden? Don't tell me you missed Pirate Town or Tap Hotel. Little before your time, eh, boss? Well, those days are long past. Nowadays, it's just Gary.
So, delighted. Now, where's the sarcophagus?
Where did it go? That thing seems to get around more than Mae West. Why, might I ask, should I give you that information?
Because I got rid of that Shimisi for you?
Oh, my hero. Had it not been for that damn Shimisi, you'd still be searching under rocks for us. It was hardly a favor, but I know where your prince's prize is. There's very little that doesn't leak down into this place. Tell me, boss, you ever gone up against a Kuei Jin?
No, I haven't.
The Kuei Jin are vampires, but not like kindred. Sometimes known as the vampires of the East. But they ain't kin, boss. They're just someone else that, if you ain't being careful, might give you the final death.
So, tell me more.
Even for old Gary, there ain't much more to tell. You see, I sent an agent, Barabbas, to snoop around Chinatown, do a little hacking, make a few contacts. But he hasn't been calling lately, and it's breaking my heart.
Oh, that's so sad. So, and let me guess, you want me to find him?
Gee, that's original. You think that up all by yourself? You up for a little trip to Chinatown? You're in no danger there. Me? Best you don't mention my name there, boss. That's the going rate for my info right now. You get our chum back from Chinatown, I'll give you what you need.
Fair enough. So, deal? Tell me what I need to do.
The Golden Temple in Chinatown. It's a piss-poor copy of a real place. Looks like it'd be more at home in a theme park. That I saw is where you'll find the leader of the L.A. Kuei Jin. They call her Ming Zhao. Sounds dangerous? No, this ain't a suicide mission, boss. You'll be more of a curiosity than a threat. Talk to Zhao, ask her where my boy is, and get him back. Once he's safe, I'll tell you everything you need to know about the sarcophagus.
So aren't the kindred at war with the Kuei Jin?
Not that I know of. It's like the eye of the hurricane right now. Don't make those winds blow, boss.
I see. Sounds dangerous. Got anything I can use to protect myself?
Let's see what I got. For one of your kind, it ain't gonna be cheap. That thing behind that pretty face of yours is called a brain. If you want to survive in Chinatown, I suggest you use it. Or if all else fails, you could just use your pocket mirror to blind them.
That's actually a good idea. Why don't you go yourself?
Forget it, boss. It's Chinatown.
Okay. Alright, I'll go, but you better keep your end of the deal.
Of course. What kind of a monster do you take me for? There is a method to my madness, boss. There's a payphone in Chinatown. I'll call you with the info once Barabbas is safe. Until then, you'll never know where I am.
Alright. It's as good as done. Bye.
Miss me, boss?
Not really. Yeah, so this computer here is related to the Sabat chapter. You can hack it after you face Gary here. So yeah, this I think probably I have a few like dialogue lines that I really like, but that's probably the overall best interaction this game has to offer. I think it's like the Toreador coming down here to talk to Gary has so many cool nuggets and interesting variations of dialogue here that make like an entire playthrough worth it just to see it. It's really, really cool. And yeah, back to that talk of like, oh, maybe a TV show of Bloodlines one day and so on. Man, getting an actor to nail this guy down would be very hard without it like feeling too cartoony, you know? It would be very, very difficult to pull it off. Also, the voice actor does such a fantastic job during this dialogue here. The entire time. So when he needs to be sarcastic, he pulls it off. When he needs to be ironic, he pulls it off. When he needs to offend you straight away, he pulls it off. And when he needs to offend you like in a more like subtle manner, he'll also do it, and so on, so on. So it is actually very impressive. Alright, so let's get our penalty here in our humanity and let's finish the quest. Steve is the name of the guy, I think. So hopefully I won't pick the wrong option here. Yeah, this one.
Hey, buddy, how goes it? I've been playing too. I got a sandwich out myself.
Alright, so how is Hollywood?
Fucking great. This little night, I happen to meet a drunken Lindsay Bohan somewhere through the street.
Lindsay Bohan.
I suggested to blow me up right there. I wasn't even interested in the time.
That's amazing. So, sounds like a blast. So you mentioned something about paying me for this gig?
Oh, yeah. Sit down. Here you go, Tom. Here's the gig. Too bad about all the sick folks, you know? I'm gonna die eventually, right?
Well, yeah, not always. Either way, take it easy.
Hey, you're alright.
Oh,
See the picture of the Julius down the street? I know you're right.
well, thank you. See you. So yeah, you get 6 XP points. Yeah, 150 gold is way less than I thought I was going to get for this, to be honest. But, it doesn't make a whole lot of difference anyway, so... Yeah. Alright, so, let me put the points in dexterity already. I'm going to have to use it, like, right away, so... So, we'll finish up today with the 2 quests for Emalia. So we only need to worry about the midnight quests for... Oh yeah, we need to go to the Empire Arms too later. Forgot. We are playing the Clan Quest version. So I don't remember all the steps of the Toreador quest, to be honest. But I also don't remember it being too complicated. There's a few quests of the Clan Quest mod that are slightly more complicated than the average quest. But the Toreador one, I don't remember it being that complicated. The one thing that I remember is that it stays in your quest log for a while, because we can only finish it in the Giovanni Mansion, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, we have sneaking 8, should be enough here, but it depends. She's like right behind me here. Did you put one camera here? Alright, he's not here, so need to put one here. I need to wait for him to get out of the bathroom there. Okay, let's save here because usually this guy can get stuck. So let's be patient here. Oh man, I hope I don't frenzy here. Oh, that was a mistake. I didn't notice. So I just saved, so if I frenzy here and kill them or something, I'll have to use one of my blood packs here, which is fine, you know. It's one of those things that I avoid using at all costs, but it really doesn't matter all that much. I can buy a lot of them. Oh, baby, the guy's sitting on the couch? I didn't think about that. No, he is here.
Freeze!
No, he was on the couch. Oh, I see. Yeah, that was a mistake. So I was expecting for the guy to come out, but he was out already. So yeah, that was dumb. I forgot that he could be there too, for some reason. Okay. Oh yeah, so no need for online banking here. Finally. So, camera. Okay, cam check. There you go. We're good. Now I know that the guy's coming in this direction, right? Oh my god, that's so unlucky. He did the worst route possible for me here. Instead of going to the bathroom, he went to pick up his phone. Okay, so I have to wait a little bit here. Alright, so we already have the CD too. So we can do the Bertram quest already. The book is going to give us the final point. So I don't need to wait for that one. If I want to, I can go to Santa Monica right away. Yeah, when you do this quest with a decent amount of sneaking, this quest is pretty easy. The last time, I think the last 2 times I did this quest, I had like 6 or 5. That was absolutely brutal. Now 5 is impossible, I think. So probably had 6 both times, I guess. But yeah, it really is a pain in the ass to do this with low sneaking. And yeah, it's a secondary quest, I don't need to do it. You know, but I never skip quests in this game. There's no reason to waste XP, you know what I mean? Alright, so I just fed... Oh yeah, the CDC guys. Oh man, I'm so screwed here. Alright, I need to do something else. Oh yeah, you lady. My savior. Yeah, there's a girl coming on the other side. She's probably going to see. But I don't care. I need to feed here. Let's just go. I'm pretty sure I have enough violations left. I don't think I have any violations right now, to be honest. Let me see. Yeah, no violations at all. So it's good. Okay, so just to go back, get the second Imale quest, and complete it here. So yeah, as I was expecting, since I began this playthrough here, I knew this one wasn't going to do super well at all compared to all the other ones. Because of the dialogue thing. Obviously most people that, not most, but like 99% of people that watch a playthrough of anything have already played the game themselves for the most part. Especially older games. So you don't necessarily want to see through that, through all the dialogues and stuff, which I understand. So I knew it was not going to do like super well at all. But one thing that I noticed, and that's very interesting, that's like an insight if you guys want to like start a YouTube channel one day, is that view-wise, the videos don't do well at all, obviously, in comparison to my other stuff. In terms of like Vampire. So, oh, this is like episode 10 of this one compared to the episode 10 of that one. There's like, oh, this one has like 500 more views or something like that. So yeah, view-wise, they don't do as well, obviously. But in terms of view time, in terms of actually engaging, and in terms of like people actually sitting and watching the whole thing, this one is actually doing pretty well, which is weird. So you can totally have a video that has like 100 views and this video be more valuable to your channel than a video that has 500. Just because it engaged more people and people interacted with it more, you know what I mean? So it's kind of an interesting dynamic. So even when it looks like it's not doing well, it is kind of doing well in a way. You know, depends on the angle you look at it. Hey.
Did you see the papers? She killed herself. Can you believe it? After the story hit the tabloids, she swallowed half a bottle of Valium and washed it down with a fifth of gin. It couldn't have been more perfect.
Awesome. So I tried to be thorough. Now hand over the cash.
Here, you definitely earned it.
Thank you. There you go. So yeah, I lost more humanity here, as you can see. Amazing. But yeah, I'll probably... So the next quests are all Midnight quests, right? So I don't need to do anything in terms of like humanity and stuff. So I'll probably do those first. And then I'll have to use the dance mechanic to be able to recover some of my humanity.
You want to give them my good side?
Yes.
Don't come back here until you've got last year's copy of Guy magazine where I'm on the cover. You know, the one where I was wearing the gum wrapper and the 2 bottle caps.
Okay. I'll bring it. Alright, so let's go get it. So yeah, some of these quests are unfortunate because even if they just give you like 1 XP or something, I still want them. But at this point, they can like damage me more than actually help in a way because of the humanity thing. But since we can use the dancing mechanic, we should be able to offset that for the most part. And I think when you do the Sabbat chapter, not when you do the Sabbat chapter, we are going to do the Sabbat chapter, but when you actually join the Sabbat, you lose a bunch of these quests. So I don't remember if you can actually do these quests here, because at this point Gary knows that you joined the Sabbat. So I'm not sure if you can actually even like talk to the other Nosferatu here. I only joined the Sabbat once just to see how it was way back. So I'm not sure exactly how all of the mechanics of it go. One thing that I know is that you cannot enter like the last round, you cannot enter the Venture Tower anymore, and so on. So you basically lose those characters for the rest of the game, because obviously you are a member of the opposing faction. And not like a faction with like completely different ideals, like the Anarchs, but they can somewhat coexist. You're like a part of a faction that wants the other faction dead, so that's a jump, you know? So yeah, it's slightly more complicated. Hey Flynn.
What can I do for you, Slick?
Few questions.
Yeah? What do you want to know?
I'm looking for a certain copy of the Guy magazine.
Sure, pal. You want this month's issue? Tawny Sessions is on the cover wearing nothing but scotch tape and a pair of gym socks.
No, I really need last year's issue with Emalia on the cover.
I'm sure you do. Everyone wants a copy of that. She went missing last year and no one knows what happened to her. That one's a collector's item, Ace. It's gonna cost you a pretty penny.
How pretty?
I don't know. That Emalia was quite a piece of rump roast. I never wanted to be a gum wrapper more in my whole life. I couldn't part with it for any less than 500.
500 is rough. Here's 400. Hand over the magazine.
Here you go. I'm sure you'll get a lot of enjoyment out of it.
Hey, hold on. The pages are all stuck together.
Huh? They are. Oh, man, that's weird. I don't know how that could have happened. Someone must have spilled something on it, or, well, yeah. Sorry about that.
Alright. Yeah, so I'm going to have kind of a guy talk here for a second. So if you're a lady, so don't get bothered by it. It's just a question that I always had in my mind. Because I'm 33 years old, so I'm no spring chicken at all. So even since I was a kid, I never understood the thing about guys like masturbating and like dropping their stuff in like pictures of the person that they are masturbating to, basically. I never understood that, because what's the point? You know what I mean? It's just like such a gigantic jump from like imagining something, and like the other second you're like, oh, I'm going to drop this on this paper, and somehow this is going to connect this to that, and so on. You need to connect a lot of dots in your brain to make that make sense. And also, if you do that once, then there goes the magazine, there goes the image, so you need another one, you know what I mean? So if you need a practical reason to not do it, there you go. So I never ever understood that. And yeah, I grew up in a time where there were still lots of those magazines around. Nowadays they basically don't exist anymore, everything is online. But back then they did. And I never ever understood that. Never made any sense to me, because I'm a practical guy. So why would I, you know, destroy my own magazine just for one session if I could have many more than that, you know what I mean? Like a kind of a practical approach to the situation. But obviously when you're doing it, you're not like really thinking. So that's one of the characteristics of the situation. You kind of lose that part of your brain that actually is the most rational one, which can be quite dangerous, because it's a situation that you can commit a bunch of horrible mistakes, you know what I mean? Alright, so talk is over. Sorry for the awkwardness, but I needed to talk about that because I never ever understood that. Even since I was a kid. It's not like something that I think today. I never done that ever in my life. Never understood that. Ever. Alright, so let me save here. I think I just double saved you. Yeah.
Hey.
There you go.
You did? Oh my god! I can't believe you found it. I've been trying to get a copy of that for years.
That's gotta be worth something.
Well, yeah, I guess. It's against my better judgment, but I guess I'll give you a little something for the effort. Take this.
Thank you. There you go. Completed all of Emalia's quests. There you go. So we got another achievement. So I have 5 now. And yeah, we didn't even spend like that much money at all. Alright, so before we go, let me just position the character to close to the first. Oh, actually no, I need to go to the Haven first, right? To get the key to, I think it's called Megahertz Computing, which is the first place we need to go to for the Midnight quests. So yeah, I was going to say, I'm going to position my character close to the place. There's no point because I need to go to the Haven first anyway. So yeah. Alright, so with that, basically we only have, the only holdout here are the Midnight quests. So I'll probably either do for the next episode the mechanic here for the Kindred for Hire questline. Because we only need to do 2 more, so we are going to lose 4. So if I start the episode with 10, should be fine. Because we will be with 6, which is decent in terms of humanity. So I think I only need to dance in 2 places. But as I said before, we have like 5 places that we can do that. So we can basically, we have 10 humanity in the can. So if we need to use them, we can. You know what I mean? And probably only, yeah, I need to actually, I made the my math is all wrong here. I actually need to dance 3 times, and each dancing session is going to give me 2, right? So 6, which is what I need here to go to 10. And with that, we'll probably be able to do the Kindred for Hire questline in the next episode. So I think that's going to be the idea. So I want to do the Kindred for Hire before I go to Chinatown, and I also want to do the Midnight quest before I go to Chinatown. And actually, we are going to probably, I think the library quest is also available already, but we need to go back home to actually be able to see it. We need to get it from the PC, so I'm not sure if we get the email right now, if I need to go to Chinatown now first, you know what I mean? I actually don't know the order, that's what I'm trying to say. But I really want to go and do the library quest because I want the sword. The sword's going to be way better than the mace here. Mace is good, but the sword is just like the best by far. You know, there's no comparison. Unless the weapons mod changes that too, which I don't remember. Could be the case, you know what I mean? But we'll see. Jane Johnston. I don't know if this person actually exists. Maybe it does, I don't know. Alright guys, so that's it. So we were able to do the CDC quest, we were able to do a bunch of the side quests here. So again, only the Midnight quests, only the Kindred for Hire questline, and the library quest that we presumably will be able to get here in the next episode. So yeah, we have a bunch of side quests before we start Chinatown. And also we still have the entire Sabbath chapter, so yeah, we have a bunch of stuff to get through still. So that's it guys. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.